Hi guys, Lex Gray here, back with another video. Hope all is well with you. It's been a little bit, not too long. It's just been a rough week at work, but things are slowing down just a hair, and I'm going to basically make a solo Tunnels and Trolls video today. I don't know if this will go multiple episodes, but this will be off of something I showed you guys in my last video, a little certain haul of items I found at a bookstore. This is Buffalo Castle. It is, I believe, included in one of the original Tunnels and Trolls box sets, but it is an official product from um, Flying Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken. So uh, it is fairly straightforward and Flying Buffalo. And it's a typical, you pick your own, choose your own adventure style with dice rolling included. And you have to play as a warrior. So I have a character, and I will introduce the character now, and we'll go straight to the table to start. So the character is a joke from, if you are familiar, Mystery Science Theater 3000, the Final Sacrifice episode. Canadian superstar Zap Rousdower. Uh, he is a human warrior. Strength is 12. IQ is 9. Luck is 10. Constitution is 11. Dexterity is 7. Charisma is 5. 10 leftover gold. I did make some purchases. He has a Gladius that has 2 dice. Armor of scale of 4, a buckler of 1, language common, and others items, basically clothing, provisions, knapsack, and compass. Now, the clothing, provisions, knapsack, and compass are optional that you can buy from the book's instructions. So, and also for anyone who is a veteran player of Talon Trolls, which I am not, you might notice that the values of the armor are less than recent editions, like the Lux or the 5th edition. That's because I'm actually using the other item I found in my haul. This was the reprint of the 1st edition. So expect a lot of quirks from the first one. If I'm not mistaken, if I was reading it right, armor is actually in the 1st edition. It does actually reduce. So when you negate incoming hits, it has its own health pool essentially. So I think actual worn armor, the shields don't, if I'm not mistaken. But I will treat it as such where worn armor has its own dice health pool, essentially, hit points. And once that, you can obviously choose to use the armor to negate. And once the armor is reduced to 0, it's destroyed, and then Constitution is left over for the taking. Uh, if you have a shield, which my character does, then that can remain indefinite until narrative. But this is obviously a pre-written adventure. So weapons, like I said, Gladius armor skills 4, bucklers 1. So let's just keep that in mind. I will be playing very loosely the rules. Not an expert, but Tales and Trolls is very light in rules in respects compared to other OSR games from back then. So just to have some fun with it, I'll basically improvise at times. Okay, let's go to the first page that's in the instructions, and we'll start. So, red dice, blue dice, obviously, as I usually do. Blue dice is our character, red dice is for enemies, 5 at most. I'm predicting correctly. This gives you all the instructions, which I've already skimmed through. But basically, you start here, this bottom line. It tells you how to follow the book, what to expect when you're playing a solo adventure. You're limited to a warrior. You can't have a magic character. You can't cheat. Don't look ahead, essentially. You can't start as a 17th level wizard. Uh, each page is basically will spoil if you look ahead. You need a copy of Tunnels and Trolls, which I have it over here, which was the reprint of the 1st edition back in 2013, or the 2013 reprint of the 1st edition from the 70s. Each rooms are numbered, so each page plus a letter, and just follow the instructions. If you already had that room, if you were entered an existing room that it recommends to keep track of, you just roll for wandering monsters. Now, 1 through 6 you roll. A 6 is a wandering monster, which I think is on the back of the book here. So let's verify that. Back of the book, it says the wandering monsters is how you know to encounter. Let's see here. Wandering monster table. Yep. So 2d6, judging by that 2 through 12. Okay. And let's see here. Like I said, keep track of rooms. All monsters do attack unless there is a special instructions. It says if it's too tough to fight. Now, this is one part I have to remember at the top of my head. If they're too tough to fight, you may run for the exit. If you choose to run, you make a saving roll. So luck or dexterity in my book. If you're successful, 2A is always the page you go back to, the exit page. If you are unsuccessful, you take 2 hits, and you must fight the monster anyway. So 2 reduction, then you fight commences. Several rooms have an exit. All exits lead to page 2A. So make a little star here. 2A is a very important room number. And then it says, now before you enter Buffalo Castle, you have a special exploring kit, which I've already purchased. It includes the clothing, provisions, knapsack, and compass. And it costs 10 gold. I have 10 left over from my other purchases, which it says you only need weapons, armor, and poison, which I couldn't get. I actually didn't see poison in the original book. So anyways, doesn't need torches. It says each room is dimly lit. And now we can actually start. So here we go. You're facing a large, gloomy castle with 3 large wooden doors. If you choose to go in the left door, turn to 4A. If you wish to go in the center door, go to 8A. If you wish to go into the right door, turn to 12A. Well, I like to start on the left side, so let's go to 4A. So we jump over to the actual 4th page, and you can see there are multiple choices in each page. So I'll scoot this over so you guys can see it. And I'm going to write down here in Q4A so I track where we leave off. Okay, so 4A. Looks like we've already encountered something. You walk down a short corridor and entered a small room 10 by 10 feet. There is a troll sitting on a treasure chest. He's looking at you in a bored fashion. If you wish to fight him, go to 7A. If you wish to try to talk to him, go to 14A. If you wish to try to walk by him, go to 18A. This room is numbered 4. So, the left door, we encounter this tall troll, this large troll. He looks incredibly bored of us. So, what we'll do, I'm thinking he's pretty tough. I'm going to try and talk to him. So, we'll go to page 14A. All right. Okay, so 14A. We're trying to talk to the guy. Talk to Mr. Troll. Add your charisma and your luck. Roll 2 dice, doubles, add, and roll again. And add that to the total. If the combined total is over 36, he gives you a jewel worth 300 gold pieces. And you may continue. If you wish to leave via the north door, go to 13A. If you wish to leave via the west door, go to 13A. Sorry, 3A, west door is 13A. If the total is not over 36, he attacks you immediately, go to 7A. So we get rerouted to essentially combat. Okay, so we take 2 dice, which are just off camera here, and we're going to roll and try to get over 36, equal to or greater than 36. Doubles add. And it says to add your charisma and your luck. So that's going to be 10 and charisma's 15. So 15 to this roll. So we have 5, 6, 7. So that would have been 20. And then 23. That's obviously complete fail. So we did terribly. That was not doubles. We rolled 5 and 3. So unfortunately, we have to go and fight, I believe, on page 7A. So we're going back to this page here. So 7A. Okay, this is a very simple. He has a monster rating of 40, 5 dice. If you try to kill him, go to 17A. I'm going to break the rules here. in my book, or at least in my house rules, I always use the first number as the amount of dice. Not, there is another method for dice. I notice additions are a little different in how they calculate dice, like every 5 or so. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to show you guys how the first edition, this reprint, calculates a monster rating, and the dice included. So it's a little not as organized compared to 5th edition on, but it's right here. So as you can see here, it's almost every 5. 10 through 15 is 1 dice, 16 through 20 is 2 dice, so on and so forth. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do just the first die. The first number is the dice we're going to roll. So 4 dice against our Gladius. I don't use ads, FYI. I just use the dice from the weapon. And our troll here is 4 dice, so most likely we are going to be dead pretty soon. So let's roll ours first. Okay, we oh, yeah, we're doomed. That's 3 total, and the troll rolls a 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a difference of 9. So 12 minus 3 is 9. So we have to take 9 damage. I can use our armor. Minus 1, the buckler, which is indefinite, so that's actually 8 damage. So minus 4, that destroys our scale. He pummels us, destroying our scale armor, and we're going to reduce the remaining 4 from our constitution. So we're down to 7, 11. 7, 11. Sorry, couldn't resist. Okay, so pretty rough start. I am, yeah, so 40 is his health. And I'm going to put that up here in my scratch notes. So he didn't take any damage whatsoever. So we are doomed. We wouldn't even have any ads in the first place if we were playing by deluxe rules or recently. So anything over 12 strength, dexterity, or luck, I believe. Any of those 3 or more. Anything over 12 is a point for an ad, which we don't have. So let's try again. All right, so that's good. Same exact roll as last time. 5. And the troll, watch, you get 6s. Okay, wow, yeah. So 6. Yep. Okay, so 5. All right, so we have 10, 16, 20. 20 minus 5. Okay. 20 minus, that's 15. Minus the buckler. Oh, thank goodness the buckler was there to save the day. 14 damage. Our character, he's obliterated. Wow, wow. And we're dead. We got killed in the first room we entered. Because I played by my house rules where armor, at least of how I'm reading it in the first edition, armor gets reduced. So, you know what? Zapparowsdower is not going to die that quick. He is the Canadian superstar for one of the funniest Mystery Science Theater episodes of all time. I'm going to give him another chance. So, what I'll do is bump him back up to 7, and we're going to redo. I'm going to try the flee option. So, you know, he took the first hit. He's like, yeah, this is not going to go well for him. It's not worth a jewel or whatever is inside there. So, like the rules say, it says if we try to flee, where is it? 2E is where you have to go back to if you're successful. If a monster looks too tough for you, you may run for the exit instead. If you choose to run, make a saving roll. If you're successful, turn to page 2A, the exit page. If you're unsuccessful, you take 2 hits and you have to continue the fight. Okay, so I don't know what the difficulty, what the number will be. We have to reach the 20 or more. The 20 is the standard, the starting. And the monster rating is 40, so do we have to beat 40 or 20? Well, 20 is easy. Monster rating 40 seems a bit high, but he is a difficult creature. So basically, I'm going to just stick with 20. Some of you might be yelling at your monitor, be like, no, 40 is the number you're supposed to beat. I'm going to just simple 20, and we'll just go from there. But I will still, if he fails, I will continue to fight after taking 2 hits. So, for saving roll, I believe it's luck. So, I'm going to include his luck modifier of 10. Could be dexterity, but luck is the higher value. So we're going for 10. Okay. 5. So that's 15. We fail. So we take 2 hits, and that puts us down to minus a buckler, so that's 6. Right here. Okay, so we're down to 6 now. And that was a waste of time. We're back to fighting Mr. 40 here. All right, well, let's keep going. So, we have our Gladius, which is 2 dice, and we're shooting for that, for the 4 dice against, oh, wow, 10. Okay, well, oh. Well, I don't know if doubles count in weapon rules. What the hell? Why not? I'm going to house rule it and say I'm going to roll 2 more dice. Okay, so 6. All right, so he has 16, 18 total. The troll rolled less than, obviously. 8, 9. So we rolled, again, 16, 17, 18. So that's going to be, let's see, 18 minus the difference here. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to be 7. So 7 damage to our troll friends. That puts him at 33. Okay, well, that's progress. Let's roll again. I might as well keep that doubles rule, house rule, if it is a mechanic or not, because it gives our single character here some help. Here we go. We'll roll our attack there. So we have 9. Here's our 4 dice for the troll. Obviously, he won that bout. That's going to be 12 total. Or sorry, 14. So 14 minus the 9 there. That's going to be 5. So let's see here. We're going to do, that's his current health. We have the 16 and 18. That's minus the 9. That's going to be actually no. That's 10 over 8. So, yeah, that is 9. Sorry about that. So 9 difference of damage minus a buckler. That's 8. So we take 8 damage, and our character is now defeated. Like so. All right. Now our character dies. We give him a chance, but I chose the wrong door. We were up against a tier 4 or so. Very difficult. Not a boss, but a captain at best. Rank 40 monster troll. Wonder why a troll? That's a mystery for another day. But that's pretty much all we can do. Our character's dead. Zap Browsdower still lives in our hearts. But yeah, we only got only 3 or 4 choices, 3 choices so far in this game. Again, I didn't know how long this would go, so that's really all we could do. I still love this game. I still really enjoy Tunnels and Trolls as a game itself. At least I was, gave this game a chance, or gave this solo adventure module a chance. I was just curious how it would work out. But maybe I'll try it again off camera next time and see how it goes with following the rules exactly. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you ever actually played this game, the Buffalo Castle solo module. uh, yourself and how far you got. So that's it for this very short video. Wasn't sure how this would have went, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Ring that bell so you guys can stay up to date with my videos. Take care. See you next time.